Welcome to the third day of SKL. We're here week 1, day 3, with Malicious Intent versus RDS. Malicious Intent, is formerly Vicious and Delicious, but rebranded,
new hype squad.
Dude,
under the new name for the new season.
You gotta be pretty stoked about that. But I guess I am Blake the Xaninator, Xanadine. Joining me for today's game, it's the one and only Peter Crafty Buckeye McKay. How you doing today?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
Hey man, I'm always doing lovely. So going straight to pick bans here. We have Gangplank, Tom Kench, and Zed immediately banned off here from the side of RDS, and Gragas, Udyr, and Callista taken away on the side of Malicious Intent. This is gonna be real hard. I'm gonna keep calling him Vicious and Delicious, but first pick Nautilus, no surprise there. It's pretty much been the standard first pick in a majority of the games, especially yesterday.
Yeah, just a giant front line. Not much you can do. It's going to be unkillable. And we saw in the one game where Soraka with a Nautilus, and that Nautilus just did not die. It was
Soraka's a disgusting champion. Definitely
no fun to even play. I don't know why people play it, because it doesn't seem very fun. But you just don't die, so it's pretty broken.
There's no
I doubt we'll see it today though, but maybe.
And surprised, actually, a lot of teams don't actually play it. It's actually so strong, but it doesn't require much skill. It's not like it's a high skill cap champion.
What are you talking about? You taking away 10% of your health and giving it to somebody else by pressing one button? That's so high skill cap.
Literally puts the enemy on tilt. But we do see the Shen pickup and the Poppy. Both flex picks. We've seen Mo Money play Shen support. It's definitely one of his more preferred champions. So, kind of curious where they're going to pop that. I guess Poppy.
I feel like it, or both of those are support top, I think.
Yeah, support top or
I'm
jungle.
Sure
well, Shen can't really jungle as much.
Yeah, do you think Poppy jungle? I don't know at this point.
Doesn't really seem like a help me type of champion.
No, that's exactly what I was thinking. So I was thinking those two are your lanes, but you never know, actually.
Well, we'll have to wait, and that's the thing. They Malicious Intent. This is going to drive me insane trying to get this right. Team Malicious Intent. But they're very well known for having these flex picks. They don't really like to show too much of their hand. They always have the flex picks going forward. So gonna have to probably wait until the last pick to actually see where everyone's gonna go.
Yeah, but then again, they're not showing too much. You see their top laner in an OP champ, and then only showing their bot lane. So there's no real hard counter, I don't think, to Lucian, Braum, two very strong champions in this meta. So I like those two pickups in the second rotation here from Revolution Death Squad. Yeah,
they picked that up. But they're definitely, it's one of the strongest bot lanes right now. You can pop the concussive blow stacks really quickly. Lucian just very strong overall. So the Braum also, we've said multiple times, with Alistair, just a beast of that front line. Doesn't take a lot to get him going or to even make him very useful. Very little itemization with that Unbreakable. He's got great engage, a lot of CC in there. So very good pickup, especially with the Nautilus. That's pretty much the beefy front line you need. This enables you to have a real damage type jungler.
Yeah.
So if they start lacking, if they want to pick a AP jungler, AD mid, anything like that. So definitely a strong front line coming out so far.
I do like the pick ban, so that's probably a Graves jungle. So now we see more flexes. Just the maybe Graves top, Shen support, Poppy jungle, Corki mid. You never know where any of those are gonna go right now, just because those are flexed out the wazoo.
Come on, cut me some slack. We have seen TSM Never Lucky play that Corki, so I wouldn't be too surprised to see that. But I'm honestly thinking we're gonna see Shen support, Poppy top, Graves jungle, Corki mid.
I think. But
why
saving that counter pick for 80 carry? I think that Corki is just the flexed.
I would agree. I think Corki's the only unknown factor right now, and it's mostly just they have that option. If TSM Never Lucky feels comfortable in that matchup, you can throw that Corki in the mid lane. If they pick something and they're like, you know what, I'm gonna take a step back, re-pick your mid lane.
Yeah.
Throw a little tough guy on that Corki because he's definitely still just as strong in the 80 carry role.
Actually, that Nautilus might be jungle. Thinking about it. Because that's C9 Genghis Kong's main. I've seen him play
right.
No,
you are right. You are right. He does play that Nautilus jungle. So that would be, couldn't put that Pantheon in the top lane. And that's kind of been, we see more Pantheon top lane versus stuff like Fiora. It's a really good counter. But I don't know much if
now we're seeing it mid for some reason. Just because, but it won't be mid with a LeBlanc pick. But just because you can ult all lanes. Pretty
Well, yeah,
quickly.
just that global presence you have from the man drop. I think it's called Grand Skyfall, but man drop sounds manlier, so we'll throw that in there. But the LeBlanc picked up, so I guess we don't really know for sure, but I think you were right. We'll probably see the Nautilus in the jungle. That'll be Loonshu playing that Pantheon top, so maybe, I don't know if they're thinking... Might be pretty hard against the Graves. Graves is pretty tanky himself just from that True Grit passive. So if you fully commit to it, you can get a lot of burst off on that Pantheon back if he tries to turn on you. You get that one block from the auto, I guess.
Interested to see where they will pick, they will pick with this last pick. They could even just pick they could honestly pick any position right now and flex them all. See, look, top lane. They're going to put...
So Poppy, wait, what?
Graves 80 carry?
Corki, yeah, we're gonna see Graves 80 carry. It's gonna be Poppy jungle, Darius top. They're gonna try and counter the Pantheon top if that is actually a Pantheon
I think that's
top.
what they're going for. Just cause, only the one swap.
We just got trolled. We got absolutely.
But that's the whole point of picking those 4 champions. You can literally do anything with your last pick. Pick which lane you want to counter the hardest, and just swap from there.
I guess we were just a little kind of dead set that this Graves was going into the jungle. You don't see Graves 80 carry that much. He's still very strong down there. It's very hard to trade because you can't attack anything past the creep wave.
Really, and even you only see it top just because just battling 1v1 with somebody is pretty easy to do, not worrying about tanks or supports hitting you with anything. You just gotta dodge.
This used to be the counter pick before Graves got fixed. If you wanted to like duel and lane, Lucian used to be super strong. You pick the Graves into the Lucian. You just go, you want to go toe to toe, and you just blast him out of the sky. But this should still be pretty good. Shen can block those autos, so you're not going to be able to pop that Braum passive as fast with his W. So going to keep that Graves a little bit safer. But the short range and having those creeps in front of you is definitely going to be beneficial for the side of RDS. It's going to be a little tougher for them to deal with that.
What comp do you like better at this point? I'm giving it to you straight here.
So, okay, it will be a Pantheon jungle, though. They're going to keep that in the jungle.
I didn't even notice that. What the heck?
Yeah, so we'll be Pantheon
in the jungle. Kong playing with my mind right now.
Dude, we're getting completely... we're the ones who are more confused than the teams that are playing here.
Analysis has been on point so far, so make sure you're staying tuned.
We are genius.
But I kind of like the Pantheon jungle. I'm not sure... The Darius now isn't even countering really much.
Yeah, it's going to be hard. I mean, like we saw yesterday, the Nautiluses keep going with the banner into the CZ Raw portal, and you just have a ton of split
today, just with no AP.
Yeah, and it's really good against AP, but Corki doing so much split damage, and then 80 for across the board, Poppy not doing that much magic damage. So I'm not sure if he's going to still go for the same and just try and outsplit push the Darius, because you do still get...
I asked you, now pick a team.
Personally, I really like the comp coming out from the side of RDS, mostly because I don't know how this Darius is going to fit in as much. I like they have the assassin potential from the LeBlanc, who should be able to easily get to Corki. That lane's kind of a mixed match. Corki should be able to bully a little bit, but once that LeBlanc starts getting her abilities, hits at level 6. So I'm going to give it to the side of RDS. For my picks.
I'm going to give it to the other way, Malicious Intent. I like the Shen support. You can just ult up to a different lane and taunt. Or you can even just taunt and then Graves will just blow you up. So that's a pretty strong lane, I think. And so that's my pick.
I got to say, though, the taunt is going to be pretty beneficial because it will give Graves kind of that safety. You can just quickly quick draw to the side and then get those couple shots off.
Exactly.
But you got to make sure to get one auto off. It's kind of a waste to just quick draw when you're already full of ammo because you only have 2 shots.
Get a creep and then...
You could waste it, yeah. Well, I guess it's not wasting. You're still getting farm out of that, so that'd still be beneficial. But I'm going to be spending most of my time. I'm very curious. Yeah, now that you mentioned this, I want to see what this Nautilus builds. I feel like the top lane is going to be the influential part of this match. The bot lane should be fairly even. Lucian should be able to bully Graves a little bit, but that Shen, like I said, providing a little safety with that W blocking autos. Mid lane, kind of a toss-up matchup. Corki should be able to bully a little bit, but LeBlanc has the potential to burst out anyone. So an early Hex Drinker might probably be beneficial for TSM Never Lucky.
Yeah.
Genghis Khan's going to have to do a lot of early ganking, though. Pantheon falls off really hard, so you have to make sure
that your mid lane and your top lane are not behind. I agree.
Yeah,
I feel like their bot lane should be okay by themselves.
Oh yeah, the bot lane should be able to manage. I mean, Poppy does have a bit of CC, but as long as you stay away from the wall, Should be right, but it's gonna be hard to get away from being taunted, slowed, and getting stunned. So Shen could probably set up some pretty good ganks.
Shen, yeah, their whole team comp is built around like their whole team collapsing in one lane. They could bring the package, they could bring a TP, Darius, all bot, and just all 5 will be there.
Whole team squad just rolling in. But
Yeah.
we are loading into game though, guys. So let's get started with game 1 here. Oh, on the blue side, we do have Revolution Death Squad. That will be Loonshu in the top lane playing that Nautilus. C9 Genghis Kong playing Pantheon in the jungle. We've got Zero Invictus in the mid lane playing LeBlanc. We've got Oliver Closeoff playing that Lucian in the AD carry role. And last but definitely not least, we've got Luke Duke 186 playing that Braum at support.
And on the red side, Team Malicious Intent coming out with their debut of the season, the returning champs, with only one of the same players. We got Samilodon bringing in his Darius in the top lane, Help Me playing that Scarlet Hammer Poppy in the jungle, and in the mid lane, TSM Never Lucky playing his Corki, and in the bot lane, Little Tough Guy and Mo Money bringing in their Graves Shen.
I'm not gonna lie though, Jailbreak Graves, I think the splash art doesn't do justice to the actual skin. It's one of my favorite Graves skins, and it gets totally underestimated.
But does it beat Project Lucian?
No, only because the sounds added to the Project Lucian skin
are so good. Yeah.
Unreal. I absolutely love it. So, like, it's so satisfying, especially when you're calling and you just hear the tings go like ding 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 as you're just calling someone out. That's probably the best. It absolutely makes me so happy. So we are in a game here though, but we're not going to see that many mastery pops coming out. There's only one level 4 here so far.
Only one level 4.
Oh, okay, 2. We've got two masteries that can be thrown out. So there's not going to be a lot.
Is this SKL? Why are there no masteries?
I think that's going to have to be a mandatory rule from now on. Like you have to have level 5 mastery to compete.
At least
level 4. To play the champion. At least level 4. You have to have some kind of mastery on the champion to play it in SKL.
That 1v1.
Yeah, because we can't roll that way at all. You have to be able to. But Zero Invictus going in just throwing a little bit.
That auto.
I mean, they're looking for the invade, but it looks like the standard line of scrimmage being set up here by Team Malicious Intent. Not really looking to fight, but also don't really want to get invaded on. Gonna try and go and drop a ward there. Samilodon making his way into the blue buff area. Gonna drop it there just so they can have a little bit of vision. But not really sure. Genghis Khan.
Do you think we'll ever see a lane swap in SKL this season? I want to see it.
I don't know. It takes a lot of coordination though. That's the scary part, because if you don't do it properly, it really just bites you in the ass, and then you're in a lot of trouble.
The whole point is you gotta if that top laner stays, you gotta dive him, or else he's gotta be able to go bot and get that other tower as well. I don't know. It's crazy what you see on Twitch on like when pros do it. It's like I don't even know how to do that.
Well,
they just do it like with ease. They're just okay. We're gonna call this lane swap. They don't even know where they are, and there's okay, yeah, we got the lane right.
And I guess it's more, like if you don't have a favorable matchup, it's definitely beneficial to lane swap, and then that's where you see it a lot. But I don't know about it's just so much coordination. Like I've tried it, like we used to play rank 5s all the time. With we tried it, and me and Weebla just we could never do it properly. We'd always get ganked and killed, and then we just lose because they'd get the turret, they'd get kills, and we'd be like, well, that kind of failed. But we have a lot of early trading here from Loonshu and Samilodon, but he has to be very careful. That's a very strong Darius, already at full stacks, level 1. He's going to keep hammering away. Loonshu's got a lot of bleed stacks. This is going to be first blood already for Samilodon, though.
Level 1. I didn't see any. Did you see Riptides go out there, or?
I'm not exactly sure. I hope he didn't take Dredgeline first there, but the level 2 is grabbed first here by Malicious Intent. A lot of trading going back. But I'm very surprised he looked for that fight, and there was a very late flash. I don't even know if Samilodon needed to flash and get that last auto. He had 5 stacks of that bleed already, so maybe a little greedy there by Lucia, thinking he can take there, but Mo Money gonna go in for that taunt. He's very low, the heal is used, but Samilodon getting ganked by Genghis Khan here as well. He's gonna start turn around and fight. He keeps sustaining quite well, but they will pick up that kill. Meanwhile, bot lane, just a lot of trade summoners, everything used on both sides except for the flash for the AD carries. So those still available. So a lot of skirmishing going on here early. They do trade the kills top lane, but it looks like the Genghis Khan actually picking up that first kill for the side of RDS.
Yeah, probably just TP'd back and then had the Genghis Khan waiting there in the bush, and we didn't end up really seeing the start of the gank, but I'm just gonna picture it in my head how it happened.
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, that's how it happened. I'm gonna dictate how this actually happened, and as long as the result's the same, I mean, we can't say you're wrong, right?
I'm always right.
No, sorry, I forgot. Crafty the predictor. Peter the deleter, as we would call him. Kid's a beast. But another great taunt going in as we do see the AD help me coming in from the side here. The flash is used, but he's going to secure that kill. They're going to get another kill. That's a double kill for Poppy. And that's going to get that jungler rolling. And Pantheon not so much ahead anymore as Help Me picks up that double kill early in the bot lane. And that's just using those summoners early on in that skirmish.
Yeah, and especially with little top guy already up in CS, that's gonna hurt this bot lane and all of his close up. I usually see him as one of the carriers on this team.
Yeah, and it looks just Similidon and Lunshu just keep trading back and forth, and not sure this is really what Lunshu wants. You can't really trade that early. I think a lot of people underestimate the damage that Nautilus does early on, but I feel like the bleeds coming up from Darius and the sustain he gets from that Decimate, not really a champion you want to look to go toe-to-toe with. He starts chugging back that Corruption Pot, you get hit by a Q. It's going to give him quite a bit of health back and deal quite a bit of damage, and those bleeds, never fun to deal with.
Never fun at all. TSM never fun.
TSM never fun. But I mean, speaking of TSM never fun, this mid lane going pretty even so far.
Yeah, and I don't really know which lane this would go towards, considering I think it's just gonna be a farm fest for a while. Just if LeBlanc goes in, you Valk away.
I think the nutty thing though is that I would say that the dash has a shorter cooldown than Valk, right?
Oh, yeah, I would think so. But
so you could almost bait that out, and then once she hits level 6, you could do the double dash, full combo.
Full combo, but do you think that'll blow him up?
Tough call. He's already out of the corruption pot.
But yeah.
He's already used all of his corruption pots. Yeah. There is a big wave. The wave is pretty big though, unless he cleared most of that out already. It looked like there was a pretty decent wave size, but Lunshu in a lot of trouble here again.
Just got back to lane and is already. That's got it.
Similidon just bullying him here. Is up 12 CS, but that is a big wave heading towards the turret there. Looks like TSM never lucky. Gonna go B here. The minions pushing in towards LeBlanc. Clear out this pink ward, but
yeah, it looks like it's probably gonna be pretty easy in CS in the mid lane after this wave comes in.
Yeah, so we're 6 minutes in so far. Haven't seen too much Genghis Khan. He did pick up that early gank in the top lane, did secure that kill for him, but since then he's been really trying to farm. Looks like he may be power farming to get that Grand Skyfall, but we do see him here fighting Help Me. He does have that level advantages. The Scuttle Crab fight goes down. Similidon makes his way down there to help him out though, but the rest of the team is collapsing as Zero Invictus is there as well. Gonna go in, put down a lot of damage. The Ignite goes through, does miss the chain though. They're gonna keep going. The Dredge Line pulls through. That's another kill for Genghis Khan, and I do believe they will secure the Scuttle Crab as well. So that's a win in my book.
I wish that would have went to Zero Invictus or Lunshu, but I guess with the early power spike of Pantheon, it's not an awful gold person with gold to go to, but
I feel like Pantheon. Okay, I mean I kind of agree. I think it would have been good to get the solo lanes, but the thing is, the Pantheon does get ahead. He does so much damage that he can snowball himself, and then in turn snowballs other lanes because you get a full combo off with that Thunderlord's Decree. It's a lot of burst
especially
damage.
On like a Corki, if you stun a Corki up, LeBlanc can just come in and CC that.
Oh yeah, the follow-up damage is unreal, especially if you're able to land the chains following those stuns. So we're gonna have to see, and that's where I'd like to actually see a gank. I think getting this LeBlanc going would be very beneficial for the team because start pushing in that Corki to turret, which is rather hard. Don't joke. Corki has some serious wave clear, so not the easiest thing to do. But Luke Duke walking straight in there blind, but we do see Genghis Khan is down there as well. The level 5, are they going to be able to pop this passive? Will be getting out of there, forced to flash though. So very interesting. Luke Duke, yeah, just blindly walking in there, not even dropping any wards or anything. Oh, he doesn't have a sight stone yet, so can't really ward that. But look like Zero Invictus is making his way down there just in case that fight continued. They're just going to back off, and as level 6 approaches here, might see Shen making a little more global plays, and that'll be very beneficial for them, as like you were saying earlier. But Zero Invictus going in on TSM Never Lucky, a lot of damage going through. Does pop the passive there, but
still Hex Drinker up, so we were right about the items. Prophet called it first item Hex Drinker from the Corki, but First item, Seeker's Arm card. So countering each other out there with the armor magic resist.
Looking for it back, but it looks like the taunt actually did land in that bot lane. You know, decent damage on Oliver. Close off, but Lunchu in a bit of trouble here. He's trading quite well with Similodon, but the sustain from that Decimate going to go through. He's going to pop the dunk. The depth charge goes through, and that's the Shen coming in using the shield. It's getting his Conan's there as well. Zero Invictus in the top lane as well. Similodon going to go for that second kill, though. Is he going to be able to secure it? A lot of bleed stacks as Help Me gets there. And the Ignite going through as well. That's going to be a kill for Mo Money. Genghis Khan going to have to walk away. And it was like you were saying earlier. Just once that Shin hits level 6, he's going to have so much mobility. But TSM Never Lucky is here. Genghis Khan does have Flash available, but he's in a lot of trouble. He's going to flash through. Still gets taunted down. That kill's going to go to the mid laner. Very well played there by Malicious Intent. Almost screwed up. Quick recovery there. But very well played by them, and that's just the countering of that Shen is a great counter to that Pantheon.
I don't know if necessarily burning that flash was worth. You got 3. Poppy can dive you easily. So can Shen. Flashing that taunt, which didn't even come out. Maybe.
Yeah, I don't think it was actually. Yeah, I'm with you. I don't think it was. They have so much gap closers. You've got the Valk. You can use the dash from Poppy. You got the taunt
your
from
only
Shen.
option was to like stun whoever aggroed you and then maybe get a kill after, but
yeah, try and go for like a full burst before you go down, because that's the thing, you sometimes have to just bite the bullet, take the death, but save your summoner for later on, because this just makes him more vulnerable for the next time something happens.
Yeah.
But
and you never know when you might need that flash stun on Pantheon.
Oh, exactly, and that's a crucial thing. If you can lock down a target before they can get away, that's huge. But it looks like actually a great trading here on Lunchu. He does have that Bomby Cinder as well as that Chain Vest, just to the Phage Double Doran's boots.
Keeping up in CS2, so gotta kudos Lunchu in this lane that seemed to be struggling, but with a little help from C9 Genghis Khan.
The package available here by Corky Billy. We're going to see the Blanco win. It's going to force him to use the package there to get away, and that's actually very well. He didn't even use the ulti there, so next combo might be able to burst out that Hex Drinker, make it available for an easy gank for Pantheon, who could flash stun, but maybe we should. No flash. No flash. No flash. Use it earlier. Man, I gotta say, Lucha is probably just making some serious bank off these pink boards. That's gonna be the 3rd or 4th pink board that's Melodon's put down. We do see the Grand Skyfall come down to mid lane, but Corky's just gonna easily Valk out of there. But it looks like Mo Money looking for a taunt if he can land it. Meanwhile, in the top lane, just constant trading here. Smilodon gonna go in again. Lucha gonna trade back equally. They're both chugging down those corruption pots. But he has to be very careful as that dunk is available. He will put it down. The bleeds might be enough. The depth charge going through is going to hold him in turret range long enough. I'm not sure, but it looks like a little tough guy going to keep getting back. The stun does go through. They're forced to flash out and use heal as well. So the heal also used by a little tough guy to keep his support nice and healthy, but they're just going to back away. But Help Me is there now, and they don't have ultis or summoner spells available. They're going to lock him up with the taunt and the stun, and that's a free kill for Mo Money, who's looking more like the carry than the actual support, being 204.
Yeah, tough guy. Come on, get some kill participation. You're falling behind.
Support Graves is best Graves, I guess. Yeah. We didn't even think about it. You know, we're so, man, he's top, he's jungle, he's 80 character. No, he's support. Yeah. They're just giving him the creep so he can make golds while Mo Money's traveling across the map.
How do you feel about the challenging smite on Help Me?
Challenging smite's pretty good for Poppy. Poppy is pretty bursty, but does win quite a bit of sustained fights. Especially if you can land a stun. I believe it increases the damage you deal to a target. So if you're able to drop that on them, stun them into a wall, get the slow, get your empowered auto with that ranged one, you can deal a ton of damage on her. It's actually kind of spooky.
Yeah, spooky.
Too spooky. But the great thing about the Poppy pick into the little Blanc is should be able to keep his carry safe. You use that W and know you can't actually dash in there with the Blanc. So if Help Me is on point, he should be able to keep his carries alive from that LeBlanc, just being that front line and blocking her from really finding the engage she wants.
I agree. And and it also helps if you gank.
Oh, but a great taunt there going through, and that is Oliver close off. See you later as the Grand Skyfall is going to come through. They're going to land on a Similodon. They will put down a ton of damage, and he should go down. That's another kill for Genghis Khan as they chase down Luke Duke here. He's not going to be going very far as Help Me. Gonna lock him down. The ignite goes through, but Help Me, he wants that kill. He's like, you know what, you can ignite him, but that kill's mine.
Yeah, why ignite when you can just easily get a kill? I'm not too sure if you want to just swag away.
Just swag away, just pop the ignite.
Just walk.
Love it when you call me Big Papa, and then you just walk away. Yeah. Shades come down, deal with it.
The Corky though is bullying this LeBlanc quite hard right now. not going LeBlanc's way.
Yeah, it was a lot more even earlier. Maybe that one kill. Oh, but we do see the flash stun going through for Help Me, and that's going to be another kill for TSM Lucky. So, much intent being very,
TSM
very
lucky
decisive.
or TSM never lucky? They might seem pretty lucky.
I think he just puts never lucky, so people just assume that he always gets screwed, but he's been pretty lucky so far.
Yeah, I agree.
All even through qualifiers, there are some plays I'm like, man, this guy needs to change his name. But I think that's good fortune. You say you're gonna crush someone and then you get destroyed. That's never good. But we see a huge gang on Luchu here. Some money goes in. Similodon locks down him, trying to go B back there while they keep focusing on Luchu. But look at this Pantheon. No, just kidding. I thought he could do well, but he's gonna get put down. And that dunk just doing so much damage. The Noxie and Guillotine, once you get those stacks, it obliterates you. The true damage is unreal.
I don't even know the real name of the Noxie Guillotine because it's the slam dunk. It's the
come on and jam.
Yeah.
Come on and slam.
They should honestly put that in the
usually that honestly should play after you like kill someone with that. Just like it comes on and then like Darius like grabs the boombox, but they're gonna dive little tough guy here. He's gonna try and do his best to survive. Gonna throw out that Q as well as the ulti and actually picks himself up a kill and he flashes away. Is he gonna be able to get away? Yomu's not quite enough, but is Oliver Kolzoff gonna go down to the turret? No, but that was actually very well played by Tough Guy. He still had heal available. Maybe just came up towards the end of there, but they do go 1 for 1. Not really what you want to do in that situation. So a great kill picked up there by Little Tough Guy for being dove 2v1, and they even used exhaust on him.
Yeah, and they take away a lot going well there. They take away Zero Invictus' blue buff, give it to TSM. Never lucky, feeling pretty lucky, even though again getting another blue buff. What is this?
It's like debatable, name debatable. Oh, they went B. Oh, right, never mind. It's Rift Herald. I'm like, why are they going B? They must have went B before they killed it. Smart Desaninator. Baron doesn't spawn for 5 minutes. What are you thinking?
It's only 15 minutes here, so
just I guess we'll cut him some slack. We'll cut him some slack on that one. But that's the thing. Yeah, this Corki now 2-0. We got VAD sitting here 3-0-3. It's just very dominant all the way across the map. And once that Grave starts getting items, it's going to show. I mean, he basically bursted Luke Duke with help from the turret while he was exhausted. The collateral damage as well as end of the line doing so much damage. That did get nerfed recently. If it hits a wall, it doesn't go off as fast. I think they reduced the damage,
and the
a little
damage
bit.
is done too.
Yeah, but it was a little OP before then, and there's another
big
one.
Broken before, but now it's been tamed. I think it's not as strong as it was, but it's still showing its powers here.
And that's the thing. I think stealing away the blue buffs from this LeBlanc. Oh, we do see the engage, so he does use the package, and the full team fight breaks out as Luke Duke goes down immediately. The depth charge is loose. Oliver Kolzoff trying to put down the calling, but it might not be enough as Darius shows up as well. So what he thought was a catch ended up turning out very poorly for him as the rest of the team was there.
Just throwing in a blind dredge line and finding an entire team.
Great stun there by V&D. Help Me. They should be able to put down a decent amount of damage onto Genghis Khan here, but they're going to lock up Little Tough Guy. Might have bit off a little more than he could chew there, going a little deep on that Graves, and he's going to go down.
That's not a situation where Graves he had to burn a summoner too, so.
A great flash Tonto. He does catch Oliver Kolzoff as well as Zero Invictus, and they're going to be the ignite is going to be enough as he gets apprehended back into there, and a great block there by Help Me, saying not today, guy.
No standing behind this guy.
But yeah, like you're saying, it's just very unfortunate for them. They kind of fell behind early, and it looks like just Malicious intent, just maliciously snowballing this game.
Their intent was to win, and it's showing with all of the leads in every lane. Even the top lane, which pretty much got camped, is 4-4. So still not really that far behind when the Nautilus is 0-4.
Yeah, and he does offer that early Sunfire, so he should be able to still take the. I don't actually know if he can fight Darius at this point. I think Darius might be too far ahead, especially once he gets that Black Cleaver. So yeah, he doesn't have that split push potential, but I mean, you don't need as much MR when you start building that ZZ Rot portal, the Banner of Command. So it's going to be very hard for him to try and split push against that top laner because he's so far behind. He's done very well though, keeping up in CS. You got to give him props to that. But I think the biggest problem right now is that mid lane, that Corki 203 has the Triforce and Hex Drinker. LeBlanc finally finishing that Morello Nomicon, so it's gonna be it's gonna be very hard for that LeBlanc to do much. He's had that blue stolen away twice, and Corki's actually got a 2-level advantage onto him as well. So that lane I think has snowballed out of control a little too much, but Money just trolling around there. actually has the Eye of Equinox and the Aegis finished already, so making it's going to make it so much harder for that LeBlanc or even the Nautilus to put down even more damage. And with Dragon coming up in 8 seconds, should be pretty free for Malicious in 10 as they go on to Genghis Khan here. The taunt does come through. Just got the tip
I feel
of
like
it.
that was like literally the edge of that taunt, but it landed, so
that's right there. And Smash lingo is what we call the tipper. You get them right at the tip. It's pretty deadly, but they will take this Dragon for free. It will be their second one of the game. 18.5 minutes in, they've got 4 turrets, 2 dragons, and a solid 9,000 gold lead. Should be able to put down a lot of pressure on this bot turret. It just looks like RDS a little confused what to do now, trying to put out too many fires in too many different places.
Yeah, and they're just behind in CS in every single lane, so it's going to be hard for them to come back here with already down 8k at the 19-minute mark.
Yeah, the thing is, they don't even have the greatest siege come. They have Corki for the pokes, but he's not the longest range champion, so it's not like you can just walk up, push them off, and then easily pick up the damage. They're going to try and trade turrets here, but not sure it's worth
tier 1
for an inhibitor turret. And Tough Guy actually stopping the backs the best he can and staying alive, using that collateral damage to keep space, as well as that quick draw. So that's going to be another inhibitor turret down. The taunt just missing there. They're going to go in. They're going to land the stun as Help Me goes on to Lunchu. The depth charge is used, but he's going to go down before he's able to get away. That Darius, so looking for the apprehend, just missing Luke 2. Sim and Genghis Khan are trying to push. Oliver Kozov still in the mid lane, and they're going to secure another kill. It's a double kill there for Sumilidon as Zero Invictus is going in. The Grand Skyfall is going to come through, but not before that inhibitor goes down. But they will turn and try and fight him. The cleanse is used by Never Lucky there to get out of that Pantheon stun. Doesn't want to get bursted out by the LeBlanc, throws the chain out, but in the end, that's a couple of kills as well as 2 turrets and an inhibitor traded for 1 middle turret. Not entirely worth.
No, not worth it all. Did Graves get a kill there too? I don't think so.
I don't think he got the kill. I think he just held off the backs for quite a while. So Tough Guy, I think you got to give him the MVP honors there. Kind of keeping them from getting back and defending their own base, and it just looked like Malicious in 10, just one at a time, would just pick off the kills, go back to the objective, kill, objective, kill. So now it's going to be very hard for them. They've got to try and deal with all these super minions in the bot lane. It looks like he's finally going to start working towards that ZZ Rot portal onto Lunshu, but now they have all the Baron pressure in the world.
Yeah, you're just going to need some vision on Baron here if you are Revolution Death Squad, I think.
Yeah, they need to start getting some of those wards down, and with the 2 upgraded sweepers, 4 pink wards purchased from the side of Malicious Intent, they're looking to lock down that vision game, especially around that Baron pit, and that's what they need to do. You've got that bottom inhibitor down, that's enough pressure on the map. You either force them to come face check because they have no vision, you get a kill, or you get it for free. And they're going to go straight for Baron actually. It looks like they're kind of turning but more money, trying to keep the Baron aggroed here. And they're going to keep going. They just have so many pink wards kicking around here that every time they put down a ward, they're probably just going to force them out. It looks like Sumilidon might be the one-man pushing crew as he's trying to zone out all of them. Luke being pushed away, and that Baron is going to go down at the 21-minute mark. The calling going to come through. Not going to be able to pick that up as Zero Invictus goes in, but takes a ton of damage. Will get sent out by Help Me as the Glacial Fisher goes through, but the collateral damage doesn't hit as the Poppy ulti goes through at the exact same time. But little Tough Guy is going to pick up Lunshu. Meanwhile, the Nocturne Guillotine finds a victim that is Genghis Khan, and they're going to chase him down the mid lane. The flash stun comes in from Help Me as the rest of the team collapses. The flash from the Graves. The Glacial Fisher going out to disengage a little bit. The Ignite trying to be enough damage as the Corky Rocket goes through. One more should do the trick as Little Tough Guy, he's going real deep for that kill. And he's going to die to the turret as TSM Never Lucky. Going to try and bait out this kill. He will pick it up as super minions. A double super minion wave in the bot lane is Baron buff. And that looks like it'll be a 22-minute victory for the returning champions. Crafty. Oh, we're going to see Zero Invictus going to try and pick himself a kill here. He's going on Help Me. The Ignite should be enough. No, the shield coming through from the Aegis of the Legion as Lunshu going to go on to TSM Never Lucky. The Grand Skyfall comes through. Oh, I said it way too early. My money trying to finish the game here, but he's going to go down to Oliver Kozov. Sumilidon, he's looking for another kill, but he's going to go down as well. And I spoke way too early because Revolution Death Squad not going down without a fight. That's the kind of stuff I like to see.
Yeah, they didn't just want wait and base. They didn't want this game to end quite yet. They gotta have a little warm up here before the next game. They gotta get their confidence back here. I think this game is not gonna go their way. You never know actually, but I think the timer on this game is pretty quick. No one left with Baron though. So.
I gotta say, I think Tough Guy might have delayed this game a bit for just eating the turret for no reason, but we'll cut him some slack. He got a little kill thirsty and actually delayed this game.
I'm pretty sure Brom only landed a Q and that was like the only damage, or maybe just Brom ult. I don't know.
I think actually, I think the Brom ult damage would still have been the deciding factor there, and then he might have been damaged a little bit from the fight before, but they would have had his autos. They probably could have won the game there, but. It's still looking very grim, even though they did win that team fight. I think that was more just a very long overstay there from Malicious.
They wanted to go for the 22-minute win. They wanted to try their best Nixia Esports impression on the team.
Going for the fastest win of the split still. So actually, I guess Nixia doesn't have that. Technically, those qualifiers. Does that count as the fastest win of the split so far?
No, those are qualifiers. Those don't count.
Okay.
So but the game yesterday would have been pretty quick too, I thought. They won in like 25 minutes.
Yeah, it was a 25-minute game.
So this could be pushing fastest win.
Yeah, they're gonna have to tighten up those boots though, and maybe dive a few less turrets. But the package is available, and with that inhibitor down in the bot lane, should be pretty easy to pressure as the calling is used. But Similodon just eating most of it, not taking too much damage from it. Even though he does have that dead man's plate, so he does have a bit of armor and gonna reduce the damage a little bit, but not too much. They do have a lot of CC on the side of Revolution Death Squad if they want to try and look to turn a tower dive, but at this point, TMI looking pretty strong. That package though no longer available, so Corki not as strong. Does have that blue buff though, so should be able to fire out rockets with ease. Genghis Khan tried to push to that bot lane, does have that Grand Skyfall, and it will come through as well as the Glacial Fisher. Only catching Helmy though. He will come down there, but doesn't find a target as they're immediately pushed off. The depth charge knocks up the entire team. The dredge line onto the little tough guy. Are they able to burst him down as the Shen ulti is forced to use Stand United with him? TSM never lucky trying to put down some damage, but Oliver closes off dealing a ton of damage. He picks up a kill there as Genghis Khan does lock him down. The turnaround, Noxie and Guillotine goes through. He has the reset, but isn't going to follow it. His little tough guy, Mo Money are still there. Helmy's still low in the back, so a 2-for-1 actually for RDS, so a great tower defense for them, winning that team fight.
I think a couple good hooks there by Loonshu landing on little tough guy.
And he actually puts the depth charge on little tough guy, and he walked into his team and caught all 5 of them with that knockup. But that inhibitor has respawned, so these super minions just kind of aimlessly walking around. They don't know what to do. They're just like trapped back there.
Might as well just walk into the Nexus because they're just so useless.
Like just getting mobbed by the spawn of minions. There's like freaking 18 minions just swinging on this one minion because he doesn't know where to go. Just getting beat up. But they will drop that ZZ Rot, picked up by the Pantheon actually. So they have 2 ZZ Rot portals. So that should help them a little bit push, reduce the push area, kind of help them shove back. Put one in that bot, so it's going to be harder for them to take that inhibitor. And they have laid down the second one, and that's going to be in the top lane, so they're trying to deter that push a bit. But that's a 3rd dragon taken here by Malicious Intent. So we should look at about the 37-minute mark if they keep taking these dragons on time. Probably closer to about the 40-minute mark. We'll have that 5 dragon stacks.
The dream.
The dream. And I mean, that is the best thing to do. If you're not sure if you can't end the game or can't win fast enough or you're behind, stacking dragons, that 5th dragon buff does so much. Yeah, exactly. And I mean, just stacking dragons in general, always a smart thing, because if the later the game goes, the more likely you are to get that 5 dragon mark. Give yourself those extra stat boosts that items can't necessarily do once you're fully built.
Yeah, for sure.
So they are going to just start trying to siege down bottom here. They do have a ZZ Rot portal. They give them a little bit of help clearing out some of these minions, while the ZZ Rot portal in the top lane should help keep that pushed out so they don't have that much pressure coming down from 3 different lanes. But we do see a pause here. Someone might have some disconnect issues or something, but they will pause it. Think just trying to regroup. Which is intent. They thought they had the win. Somehow they threw it away. So what do you think they're going to be able to do here? What are they looking to do, Crafty?
What are they looking to do?
What's the win condition here?
For who?
Malicious Intent. What are they going to do?
Malicious Intent. Baron probably, I would say 130 on Baron. So I think that's just hold off. Maybe you'll be able to get a tower, put some pressure in another lane. I don't know if you'd want to split Smilodon. Think he could 1v1 Nautilus?
At this point, should be able to take him. I think still he's going to start working towards that Spirit Visage, so that's going to help negate a bit of the damage coming out from the Nautilus. He does have that split push advantage, though, using that ZZ Rot portal. If he stays with the ZZ Rot portals, should be able to take turrets pretty easy or repel the push. So, but the other thing is they can also use Mo Money as a split pusher. he does have that ulti, and he doesn't have as many items to help him push.
I
But
don't know if that would be the best split pusher, but
I just mean you can run a 1-3-1.
Yeah.
You have Corki for the Oak. Help me. Should be able to keep TSM Never Lucky and Little Tough Guy at bay. The LeBlanc shouldn't be able to get to them if he uses that W properly. So could run a 1-3-1. I'm not saying that's optimal. That's probably not the best, but go for this open inhibitor and then maybe fall back. Do what they've been doing great, shutting down vision around the objectives they want to take. If you look at Baron right now, they still have 3 pink wards in that upper side jungle. They pretty much own all the vision around the Baron buff. So it's definitely in their favor right now.
yeah, but clearly the Nautilus is at a point right now where he's gotten tanky enough and does enough CC. Whereas if they dive a tower, they might not win that fight. But he's still not that tanky yet, so
No, yeah, he's still
that's a win condition for. Oh, missed taunt there.
taunt there, but they're doing quite well. That ZZ Rot portal though is actually going to be very beneficial to help them kind of clear out some of those minions so they can focus more on making sure, watching for the engages, making sure they don't get flanked here, because one good taunt could lock down the wrong targets. There's no QSSs or cleanses on the side of RDS. They'd be very careful. There is the double shield coming up from the Braum though. Braum, he does have Face of the Mountain as well as that Aegis of the Locket of the Iron Solari, sorry.
Did they put both?
Oh, the flash taunt does go onto Oliver Close-Off as the Apprehend comes through. The flash getting away from it. The Glacial Fish are going to hold down Help Me as the Culling goes through as well, and they're going to stun up the AD Help Me. The Stand United is going to coming through from Mo Money though, and they will pick up the kill onto the Poppy. Oliver Close-Off, so the entire team still alive, turning onto Milidon, going on to TSM Never Lucky here. Great team fighting by RDS, but they might still lose the inhibitor. Picking up a kill with the Grand Skyfall, gonna look trying to deter the push. He does come down onto Similodon. TSM Never Lucky taking a lot of damage from that Lucian as Zero Invictus goes in, but it gets completely deleted. That's a double kill for Mo Money, and he's gonna get a 3-man taunt there as the rest of the team looks to turn and fight, but they will take him down. The rest of the team still chasing though. Lunshu does grab that dredge line onto TSM Never Lucky. A double kill for Oliver Close-Off. They're gonna keep chasing as the slow goes through. Winter's Bite landing on a little tough guy. One more auto should lock him down. Are they gonna be able to get it though, as he is running quite quickly? That Yomu's Ghost Blade still available if he needs that extra speed boost. He's just running in circles. Will get spotted out. Lunshu gonna try and grab him here. Dredge line should be available quite soon. End of the line goes out. Does use that quick draw to get away though, and he's gonna try and run around the base, delaying as much time as possible. He will go down. In the meantime, Oliver Close-Off gonna grab that red buff.
No, just Milidon lived in that whole long team fight. But the fact that they weren't able to focus anyone out on Team Malicious, they wasn't able to focus out anyone on Revolution Death Squad. And then they healed up, re-engaged. They still got the inhib, so
yeah, so I mean, ultimately that is very beneficial for Malicious Intent. At least they did get the inhibitor, but the problem is, like you were saying, it looks like the team fights are starting to sway towards the side of RDS, and if they can just keep holding off and persist, it looks like they might be able to find the kills.
Lucian is picking up lots of kills now. Started 0-4 and now, or 1-4 and now 6.
Oh, Lucian though getting caught out here. Yeah, he's actually doing great. He just keeps blind checking these bushes, and it looks like the rest of his team gonna try and collapse. The Dredge line does go on to Help Me as the rest of the team finally comes through. The red buff is gonna be applied to Help Me, but Zero Invictus kind of looking for a flank here. Does clear out that pink ward, so very well done. And this is going to be the important thing here. They're going to use the ZZ Rot portal to try and push off those super creeps to try and help, so they don't have to send Lunshu down there if they want to look for a fight around this Baron, as the blue buff trying to be leashed here for Zero Invictus, but it looks like Oliver.
Nah, man, I'm carrying this game is what he says.
He gets a little greedy. He's like, nah, man, you know what? I'm the true MVP. I'm going to take this blue buff. But he does use the package going on to Genghis Khan. He immediately stuns. He gets locked down by the rest of the team here. The Glacial Fisher does go through, hitting 4 people. Oliver Close-Off's in a lot of trouble as he gets apprehended. Going to try and do the point blank calling. Immediately gets stunned as the depth charge goes through. The Poppy ulti used to knock him up. He's going to get pulled back in with the apprehend, and they're going to lock him down. That's going to be 3 kills. Is the 4th one going to come through as they go on there? It's a double kill for Similodon as Zero Invictus has to back off, and I do have to agree with you, Crafty. After a great hold off for a little bit.
They just needed the one pick on to pretty much any one of the 3 damage dealers, and that was game right there.
And so it will be Malicious Intent picking up their first win of the season.
You said it
there.
in 22 minutes or whatever, 21 minutes. That you thought it was GG, but it wasn't.
You know what? I miscalled that. They were on the Nexus, and I was like, they got this, they got this. But little tough guy, little did I know, is a little feeder and runs straight through the turrets.
Yeah, and they lasted another 8 minutes, and I thought that if they could have gone like maybe another 5 minutes, maybe held off with that Baron, they could have had another decent team fight. But one catch, great package delivery there onto the Pantheon. catches the kill out and secures them the win.
That almost could have been the TSN turning point if Little Tough Guy died to the turret, and then all of a sudden they just turned that game around. But that was a really unfortunate thing. It was great to see them. They pulled through with those last 2 team fights. RDS fought back, and they finally started winning these team fights, and it started looking hopeful, like, okay, maybe if they can keep finding these picks or having these proper team fights, they can pull it around. But they their carries end up getting caught there. Great kind of catch by the Quirky coming in with a package, finding Genghis Khan, having to basically turn on full retreat, all 5 of them, and they were just too split to try and turn and fight.
Yeah, and it really didn't help with LeBlanc falling behind. It really didn't feel like LeBlanc was doing its maximum damage, or like not even maximum, just like enough damage in a team fight where it seemed worth.
Yeah, we saw him re-engage there when they were trying to defend the inhibitor, and he got immediately killed going in.
Feels like Quirky just like Foss Bomb dead.
Boss bomb and delete it. You just hit the D key instead of flashing. You just delete the enemy carry. But I mean, a very, very decisive win, I guess, from Malicious. A great attempt for Revolution Death Squad, though. I think this will lead to quite an exciting game 2.
I'm excited for game 2.
So yeah, we're gonna take a short break, guys, before game 2, but we will be back with game 2 of Revolution Death Squad and Malicious Intent. Stick around to stay with us.